Well, I tell you what, I certainly wanted to win that game, but I'm really happy the way the guys battled back. To be down 7-0 with Scherzer pitching, and for the guys to come back the way they did, including their closer, was huge. And I think it's a good omen for things to come. These guys are not going to quit, and really not a lot of them are feeling comfortable at the plate, but we certainly got some big hits. Altier with the home run, opposite field home run. Freddie came through to get it close. And, if we didn't get that bad break where that wild pitch came right back to Wieters, it would have been a different ball game. But Velasquez, 10 strikeouts in 4 innings, pretty impressive. But once again, 90-some pitches after 4, and made a couple bad pitches to Murphy and Harper. But I'm pretty pleased with the way the guys battled back.
What strain does that put? I mean, not only the 4-0 deficit, but you alluded to the 94 pitches in 4 innings. How much of a strain does that put on you guys just out of the gate?
Well, once again, we had to go to our bullpen early, and thankfully, some of our pitchers, Benoit, Neris, and Gomez, hadn't pitched in 3 days, so we needed to get them in a game if we could. But I would have preferred to get them in a when we were winning. But it puts a strain on us. It happened in Cincinnati. Brought in somebody early, and it didn't pan out. But we're in good shape right now, bullpen-wise.
In Cincinnati, it was kind of the opposite. You guys got a lot of hits early in the game and then kind of went cold. What do you think changed today where you guys were finally able to kind of get on track today?
I don't know. One thing, when guys aren't feeling comfortable at the plate, it's sometimes they try too hard, they outsmart themselves, but little by little you can see improvements. Cesar hit the ball well 2 or 3 times today. Freddie looked good, hit the ball hard, hit the home run, obviously, and a couple of the other guys just don't seem to be comfortable at the plate. Kendrick's hitting, Herrera's hitting. I thought for sure Kendrick or Herrera was going to hit a home run there. I called one of the two was going to hit it, but I'm still pleased with the way the guys played.
Velasquez made a big deal at the end of last year about how he was going to learn more to be economical with his pitches and maybe not become so keyed in on strikeouts. Did you see that any change at all?
Well, you know what, Kevin, it's a good point, and we talk about it. He knows that he has to do that, but it doesn't come overnight. And I think during the course of the season, it's going to come. I think with the type of fastball he has, with the velocity and movement he has, I think he could probably lean on that pitch a little bit more than he has. I think sometimes he thinks he's got to do too much when he can just overpower hitters. There's a time and a place to do that, and there's a time and a place to finesse, and he's going to get it.
To that end, Pete, the home run Harper hit was a 3-2 changeup, and he had thrown a fastball the previous pitch. Is that a situation that's where a big league pitcher becomes successful. He threw that changeup, which was, I thought, a good pitch, but he yanked it right into Harper's wheelhouse. If it was on the outer half of the plate, I think we would have had a different result. But those are the kind of things that it's just a matter of he's got to learn how to command that pitch better and not yank it. That goes for everybody.
What was your reaction to that wild pitch that hit off the wall and bounced almost right
I can't blame Stassi for going. I mean, the ball goes back to the wall, and I guess you have to at least be aware of that. But it's one of those things that it couldn't have been knocked right back to Wieters any better. So it's one of those things. We had something going that inning, and that kind of took the wind out of our sails. But still, I'm real proud of the guys, the way they played, especially being down 7-0 with Scherzer on the mound.
Joe, it's obviously early, but what do you see in Tommy Joseph right now?
He's not comfortable at the plate, and he's a better hitter than he's shown. Same thing with Saunders, same thing with Michael. We know that they all have their issues, but they're not as bad as their numbers indicate right now. You look at Trey Turner on the other side. He's hitting he's still on the interstate, 120 or whatever. It'll all come around. They'll get to a point where they're more comfortable.
Being it's Tommy's second year, are they pitching him differently? And after watching him now last year?
I don't think so hard. I just think he's mechanically he needs to make some adjustments at the plate. And you go for 4, you go for 8, and then you start pressing and you start trying to do too much. You outsmart yourself. You start looking for one side of the plate or the other to try to cheat a little bit. And you got to get back to basics. And I think that's all he needs to do.